Hello all, and welcome to this, and we're going to talk a little bit about the NXT show. Yes. What is that? We're going to talk about NXT. Yes, we're going to talk about NXT. NXT Takeover. That's what they were calling this, and they pushed it down that, NXT stars were going to take over and all of this sort of stuff. And I'll be the first to admit, I don't watch NXT very much, but I did like the last little special that they put on. I like that a lot, so I thought I would check this out. I even checked out the pre-game show because, or the pre-show, because I don't watch NXT, and I figured, well, I'll be able to at least kind of figure out what was going on and the matches, and if they'd set up any of the matches that maybe I didn't really understand, even though I knew we were getting Tyson Kidd versus ADRIAN Neville, which I figured would be really good. You got a SAMI ZAYN match, which I figured, that would be great. And then I was really curious to see Charlotte versus Natalya because they were going to have Ric Flair versus Bret Hart there. So I thought, I'll check it out. I enjoyed the last one, so I'll probably enjoy this one. I was I was looking very forward to it. So, like I said, I watched the pre-game, or the pre-show, which had Paul Heyman on it, which was the other reason why I watched it, which is really good. I didn't love it as much as I did the post game. If you watch this show, if you watch NXT Takeover, watch the NXT, whatever the post game show was. That thing was awesome. This was okay. It was better than most, but that thing, that NXT, whatever that thing was awesome. You need to watch it. Paul Heyman was being fucking Paul Heyman. Even well, whatever. But anyways, this is, of course, NXT is Triple H's baby. And if this is what we're gonna get, if this is what when he completely takes over, I'm a happy guy because these shows have been awesome. And this show, even though it started off a little slow, turned out really good. They started the show. Adam Rose did his. They actually went from the bus all the way into the arena, showing his match where he took on Camacho. This was okay. It wasn't anything to get excited about. It was basically a way to get the crowd really hyped up, and that's what it did. So there you go. Then we got the tag team title match, the Ascension taking on KALISTO and El Loco. And this was okay. This was basically a glorified squash match. I'm not big on the Ascension. This was better than what it could have been, and it was well enough. I would say it was still okay. Then we got the first match I was really looking forward to, Tyler Breeze, who I'd not seen very much of. Excuse me, taking on Sami Zayn. This was really good. I really liked this. It started off slow. It picked itself up, which is, usually what we get. We don't get full out war, which, it kind of upsets me. But, it is what it is. This was still really good. They kind of messed up the finish. Or I guess not the finish, but they messed up one move at the end where they're trying to be a little too cute. But it was fine. They did some really cool spots. It looked like Tyler Breeze did get. I would be surprised if he didn't get a concussion after this match because he took some really nasty falls. But this was fine. Then we had RUSEV come out and he killed MOJO, which that was what it was. And RUSEV was actually mad over babyface because of it. So there you go. Then we got the women's title match, which this was awesome. Charlotte versus Natalya. Ric Flair was in Charlotte's corner. Bret Hart in Natalya's corner. Fuck, was this awesome. This shows you how good Natalya is and how much they handcuff her every single time she's in the ring. Because she walked in with someone who, and this is no offense to Charlotte. This is no offense whatsoever. I think she's good enough to where she's probably as good as anybody else on the roster. But think about that. Think about what we normally get. And Natalya walked out there and she just was allowed to mat wrestle and allowed to do her thing. And I'm sure Sarah Del Rey was probably the one that laid out the match. with NATALYA, and between the two of them, you would think they come out. This just was worked beautifully. They hyped this up just great. That it was, you know, the Flairs versus the Hearts, and you know that rivalry between Brett and Rick, and you know that was going to carry over here. Just some really just you need to see this match. Yes, it's a women's match, but this was the best match on the show. And I wouldn't say by far, but no, I doubt there's very little question. I know some people really like this match. This was something to see, and it's unfortunate that we don't get this on the regular programming more often, because this was awesome stuff. So there you go. And we got the NXT title match, which was Adrian Neville taking on Tyson Kidd. They actually, in the pre-show, they did a thing with Michael Cole where it was, you know, it was this really stupid thing where they were talking about, you know, that he comes off horrible on Total Divas, and I'm like, you know, I don't watch Total Divas. A little bit I know of Total Divas. He's not the one that comes off as horrible, and that, you know, he basically plays second fiddle to NATALYA and all this crap. And it was so bad that even when they came back, Paul Heyman actually made a joke of it, which was funny because then on the post game, he actually did the exact same thing that Michael Cole did, but it was 1,000 times better. So there you go. But anyways, this match was good. Was really good. Wasn't great. I didn't think the ladder match from the first NXT show was all that great either. But it was what it was. You know, you would think that they would let these guys go, and they did. At the end they were flying around a little bit, but you would think they would let them fly around a little bit more than what they did. It's unfortunate that they didn't. But it was still really good. Definitely wasn't anything. You know, it wasn't as good as the women's match, but you know, that's not a bad thing on this show. It's 2 hours. This show was 2 hours. If you add the post game and pre game thing, it was 3 hours, and it was so much better than Raw. It was so much better than probably even a pay-per-view this weekend is going to be, as I try to die here on camera. But good stuff. You definitely should check this show out. It's definitely worth your time to check this show out, and definitely the women's match. Cannot stress that you need to see this women's match. It's amazing to see, especially if you love pro wrestling. Just to be able to see what NATALYA was able to do, just something special. So, with that, I'm out. Have a good one. Later.